Hi, Adam. Hi, Tristan. Hi, Bunny. Hi, Mike. Try to watching television here, so I'm going to try to get my act together here. Good evening, Mike. Hey, Merrick. I'm going to be rolling a few 54 by 5 Fat Robustos tonight, and did some bunching earlier. It was kind of slow going because of the, as you can see, this is very bad humidity over here. And I'm gonna still go ahead and try to fill out these last two. If anybody wants to let me know if the sound is okay, please do. I'd appreciate it. And so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and bunch these guys. Hi, Byron, and thanks very much to those of you who are here this evening. I got hit with a 21 plus a couple streams ago, and sound is fine. Okay, so when they do that, so the way these, you guys probably mostly know this, but when you're doing this vertical stream, this shows in a shorts feed that people are fed, and if somebody scrolls by and they see your thumbnail or they see your feed, that's a view. So even if they scroll by, they saw it. So they feed it to. I was getting around 500,000 views, so a million eyeballs before. And hi, Bamboo. And what happened is with YouTube, you never know what's going to happen when you're working in a niche like this, which I won't even say the dangerous word. And I got hit with a 21 plus a couple streams ago. And so I had been averaging around 500,000 views per stream. And I got hit with 21 plus, and then my next stream I had 300 views. So hi, Tom. It's all very mysterious how YouTube works, and I have no idea whether I'm still on the 21 plus list for example, tonight. And so it could be that they won't be showing this stream on their shorts feed, but it doesn't really matter. I'm stoked you guys are here, and it means you found me some other way other than the normal shorts feed, and I'm really looking forward to kind of hanging out with you guys for a little while. And we're gonna probably bunch these, and then God willing, we'll also wrap these. So nice to see you, and again, thanks very much for joining me. Adam, it's set for not for children. And yeah, so, but it doesn't matter if you get a 21 plus, then you have zero algorithm. It's literally zero algorithm. Like I had a video, I won't say what the topic was, but I was getting about 50,000 views a day on it, and then it got hit with a 21 plus. Hey, S. Cristiano. Great. I'm stoked to hear that. Went from 50,000 views per day to 0 views per day as soon as it got 21 plus. So they actively obscure you from like keyword searches, and let alone, pimp you out to the other stuff. So like I said, it doesn't really matter, but it's always, I hope that I would come back to not 21 plus as a live streamer. If not, that's also cool. So 42 is too dry. This should be around 65. So when I take out the wrapper, it's very flexible because I've been, processing it, and I'm not politically correct enough. You can't be too politically correct for YouTube. So, Mercadaya, how do you pronounce your name? Could you write out the pronunciation? So what happens is, as soon as you start rolling, your wrapper starts losing its stretchiness, and then you can tear it and whatnot. So anyway, and the same with the bunching. When I lay down the binder with this, and I have the filler, and it's very dry, it's just so this is a challenge, but doesn't really matter. I enjoy a challenge, so I'm going to try to. So let's see. Since I'm rolling Robustos and those are 5 inches, what I do is I roll 6.5 inch bunches, because after I wrap it, I cut off 1/2 inch to kind of tidy it up. First thing I need to do is, well, I can use one of these. These are the right length here. Okay. So later, after I bunch these, then we wrap these, and we'll set this to 5 inches. So let's go ahead and do this thing. Happen to have some magical instant here binders, so that's cool. And I think I have some, no, that's more binder, and I think I have some extra filler around here somewhere. Let's see. All right, cool. So I'm gonna tell you. Let's see. Mercadya, 2 words. Can you say America? That's what everyone else has been doing. Ha, America. Is it America or America? Okay, so let's go ahead and see what our filler is. This is a pretty nice blend. This binder is made from Dominican Olor, and we have. This is a pretty simple blend, but it's a little tricky also. So we have 2 Dominican Piloto Ligeros. Oh, excuse me, those are Secos. And we have Merque. Thank you, Merque. We have a couple of Piloto Ligeros. We have some sort of mysterious Brazilian that I got from Costa Rica. I say mysterious because when you have Brazilian, you don't really know what it is. It could be Modafina, could be other stuff. It's kind of like beef jerky. It's pretty similar, so that's not too far off. So first thing we do is we take out these big old ribs here. Right. So also, by the way, I have a couple of blades I'm going to use. These are called Chivettas, roller's knife, and this is like the Bliss Classic, which is rounded at each end, and so I don't have to worry about which end I'm dealing with. It's got a real flow to it. This was made by Mike Fish, who is in the feed there. And this is called a hybrid because it's got a pointy end, which is used for delicate torpedo and perfecto work, cutting fancy little stuff, and then this side for the rolling. And this is also made by Mike Fish, and he knows I like an extremely thin to no handle. Usually I use gauze, but this is some kind of pretty wood, and I dig it, so I have this in case I was to be rolling torpedoes tonight. They are sick, they're super sick. Okay, so McGiblet, where are you that it's so damn cold? I mean, darn. Cool. This is called entubado, that means tubed. I'm doing what's called a bunch, which is the interior side of a cigar. Thank you, Tandeva. Purple Heart, that's it. Thank you, Byron. Wood is Purple Heart. Wow, Millennial Carpenter, you totally nailed it. So these are the Viso, which is the middle of the plant. So middle burn, middle flavor, middle aroma, middle nicotine. Hello, Frankie. Nice to see you here. Thank you for joining me and us. So you can hear that. That's not good. That was because of this. But because I have been rolling for a long time, I can usually kind of cope with the situation. A lot of the time, when you hear stuff like this on my videos, I get comments that it's too dry. And the thing is these are going to get conditioned. So this is going to get moisture over time. Sitting in a room with better humidity and then sitting in a humidor. And so it's all kind of rolled with that in mind, you know what I mean? Like, I understand that it sounds dry. It's going to pick up some moisture before it gets enjoyed. I won't use the S word here. So yeah, if you just joined us, we're rolling what I would call a fat Robusto, which is, you know, it's 5x54. The normal Robusto is 5x50. But some people like it a little fatter, a little thicker. So Robustos have been getting fatter and fatter with time. And I don't mind if someone says, hey man, hook me up with like 10 54 gauge cigars, then I don't have a moral compunction about it. The stem doesn't have a lot of flavor. It has kind of harshness. Hello, P&W. Nice to see you, as always. I've been enjoying your stream when I can catch it. So this is dry as heck. And again, P&W, I really appreciate your support. Thank you. And I'm going to see if I can roll this thing without it exploding, despite the extreme dryness. Is Viso a substitute for Ligero? Well, I mean, you can substitute anything for anything, but it's just a different place on the leaf. So something from the middle of the plant, Viso, isn't really a substitute for something at the top, but it could be a better blend, right? Hey, CP, that's awesome. I'm stoked to hear that. So yeah, this is crazy dry, and that's cool. No worries. So I've been away for a couple weeks. Went places, did stuff. That was fun. And despite the 21 plus thing that I talked about earlier at the beginning, I really kind of wanted to kind of hang out and chat with people. So that is what we're doing here. So yeah, this is really crazy, super dry. I'm not worried about it. Whoopsie pie. Yeah, glue kind of fails sometimes when it gets dry. I don't know why. If you've ever seen any of my streams that were in dry times, the stuff in a little jar is vegetable gum. Some people use all kinds of stuff, all kinds of gums. There's all kinds of things that make gums that are used in cigars. How about a cigar which is full body, flavor-wise, but medium or low strength, nicotine-wise? Tom, you just have to experiment with tons of Ligeros until you find one that meets that, because they do exist, but you have to Unfortunately, you have to kind of like blow a lot of dough, buying a lot of leaf to figure it out. Hello, Reginald. Baby, do you think you might be up for learning how to roll? Yay or nay?
I don't know, maybe.
My girlfriend said she was interested in learning how to roll, and I asked her if she would like her first lesson on a live stream, and she said maybe. She seemed kind of terrified, but if anybody would be interested in me teaching my girlfriend how to roll, so I've been rolling for many decades, and my girlfriend and I have been together for many decades, and she's never done anything cigar related. But if anybody would be interested in me starting a lesson with her, like I could have her wrap one of these, I could explain that, tell me. And if you wouldn't be into that at all, you can tell me that too, and that's cool. But it would be a chance for you to see me teaching somebody who's never touched a blade or really touched much tobacco. She doesn't smoke or anything like that, but she's interested. All right, so that's a couple of positive votes, so that's cool. So let me, I'm going to bunch this other guy, and then maybe I can wrap one to make sure the wrappers are doable. And baby, so far they said it would be cool if we did that. Okay. So I'm going to do another bunch, and then I'm going to wrap one or two to make sure the wrappers are doable, so I'm not setting you up for a loss.
Okay.
And we'll do it. Okay, cool. Okay, so like I just told Michelle, I'm going to bunch another one, and then I'm going to wrap one or two to see how doable it is in here, because I want her to, have a win if possible. And if it seems doable, then let's do it. Hey Jays, that's cool. What state was that in? Hey Blake, that's my first name actually too, so always nice to meet another Blake. Hopefully it'll be rad. I just used the word rad with my physical therapist yesterday. She seemed surprised because I'm an old man, and she said I had 5 degrees increase in my neck flexibility because I have neck arthritis. I said, man, 5% every session would be rad. She said that would be rad. Oh yeah, Tandava. I have faith too, but we'll see what happens. Let's see. Binder, let's get some filler. All right, here's our filler load. Liam. I'm rolling a cigar. Blake's pretty cool name, yeah. Means black in Old English. Cutting and hanging tobacco in Roosevelt. Well, you grew up in the 70s. I too grew up in the 70s, although I was born in the 60s, but I was still growing in the 70s for sure. That's right, Cody. In fact, there's a strain of leaf that's just called Maryland. All right, this is Brazil. Hello, June. This is Brazilian. Hand-rolled cigar, go for. Hard to say, I don't sell, but some places you could get them for $6. But what is a hand-rolled cigar? It could be Cohiba Robusto, similar to what I'm rolling here. That could be 100. This is tobacco. What do we got here? Okay, so we got 2 Brazilians. Let me get my blend together here. I'm kind of. I buy them in line and in person, and through hookups. Saltville, Virginia. That's awesome, Georgia. There's 2 Ligeros. Hello, Cyrillic writing. A lot of tobacco in Maryland, that's right. So a couple of Seikos maybe would be cool. Let's see how this works. So Reginald, I was talking about the mysteries of what kind of Brazilian, because it could be Foiano, it could be Matafina, and as far as I know, they could even have something like Criollo 98 down there. That's right, it is in fact dried cat skin. I mix in a little dog skin for pepper. No, I mean for sweetness, excuse me. Yep. Wild cat, it's literally wild cat skin actually. Obscura Sumatra wrapper. Okay, so I've been rolling for a long time and I've never seen an Oscuro Sumatra wrapper. So Oscuro is darker than Maduro, it's like black. And almost all the Sumatra that I've ever used was basically blonde. So that would be cool. I would be down with finding out about that. Hello in Tulsa. I have kinfolk in Bartlesville. Don't know if you know where that is. It's a little northeast of Tulsa. We see I don't smoke any cigars per day. I'm just a roller. There's a big old Harley that just went by out there. Hello, I want your money. How are you doing? Nice to see you. It's been a while. Alright, let's try our luck with this super dry craziness here. It does smell good, actually. Yeah, right. I don't get high on my own supply. Yep, making a cigar. Hello, Romans. Nice to see you. Appreciate your presence here very much. I don't know how you found me because I think I'm still on the 21 plus list here. Michael Walker, bad binder, bad wrapper, you know, poorly fermented so they don't burn, too moist when you try to smoke them, stuff like that. Yes, Todd, I use all kinds of different leaves. I use 3 different leaves for filler, a different leaf for wrapper, a different leaf for binder. You are correct. I don't think I'm growing. I think I'm shrinking at my age, actually. Yeah, YouTube noiseless. Very bad. Oh, great. WEI, I'm glad you found me. That means I'm not totally on the blank out list here. 20 a day, George Burns. Yeah, I think greetings in Zimbabwe. It's really great. I wonder what time it is in Zimbabwe right now. We're getting closer to the moment when, after decades of rolling cigars with a girlfriend who's never touched a cigar or a cigar tool, I'm about to start showing her how to roll. What got me into cigar rolling? I just love the relaxation, the craft, the beauty of it. Had access to Central America where my dad lived, and I visited him a lot, and my sister and stepmom and whatnot, and access to tobacco in Costa Rica. And cigars weren't even all that expensive back then, but some people are just kind of born do-it-yourself type people. Yes, gravity is definitely dragging us down. All right, so I'm going to take one of these guys, and I'm going to put this in the press to start squeezing these guys down, and I'm going to try to wrap one of these. Hunter, I was waiting for that question, and I haven't prepared an answer, but I don't really want to get into it. Maybe it has to do with the influence of my own parents that had multiple partners. All right, let's see here. So I'm going to put this in the big old screw press. Crank that down. I'm going to wrap that. Sort of, I'm going to get the juices flowing on the wrapping thing, and then we're going to bring my girlfriend Michelle here to do this thing. Soul Searching the Galaxy, I feel the same way. Okay. Let's see, do we have some wrappers? All right, here is some purpose of the press is to squeeze the tobacco into like a very even round or cylindrical tube-like thing that I can't do as smoothly with my hand, so it makes it more professional. Yeah, something like what Mike said. So, okay, so here we have, oh my God, it smells good. We have some what's called Maduro wrapper, which means it's kind of very dark, dark and sexy. And it's very dry here, so I have to operate really quick because while this is not in the moistening bag, things can go wrong. I'll just take the first one I got because I can't mess with this stuff getting dry because of this. This is really a hard situation. Let's see. So this is kind of pretty. Yeah, I don't have the time to like chill and think about the leaf selection as much, just because everything is drying out like as I'm doing it. And everyone here who's ever rolled, I know there's a lot of rollers here tonight. Yeah, people love my cigars. What happens is I have friends come around and enjoy them out on the lawn, and then they go back and they give some to their friends, and then their friends try to buy them from me at exorbitant prices, but I just I don't produce enough to kind of be able to satisfy that. So it's been a while. It is a gigantic Fronto leaf. It's been a while since I wrapped a cigar. It's been a few weeks. Because like I said, I've been on the road traveling and not traveling in the cigar entertainment racket. Hey Jake, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Yeah, been away. Thought I would do a thing. So let's try doing a thing. See what happens. Hopefully we can kind of do okay from the start. If not, we'll just kind of sort ourselves out. Normally I would have a little bit more wrapping warm up by the time I do a stream. Didn't have the time. Been real dry. So let's just see what we can do. Lion Clubs, thanks very much for the $2. Some people would smoke the whole thing, like our friend Mr. Fish here has a very high nicotine tolerance. And, also if you buy these things at a store, they could cost you $20 or whatever, and you're like, you got to enjoy the whole thing, right? You throw away money by not smoking the whole thing. So, yeah, question of like, do you want all that nicotine? Do you want all that flavor? Do you want that experience? Do you want to maximize your money? Robert, not specifically these ones on this channel. So this is a wrapper that we put on this thing here for those people that are stopping by for the first time or haven't been to other rolling streams. And now we're going to do what's called putting on the cap, and we're using a Cuban style called Cuban triple cap. So this first thing is cap number 1, and we're going to cut cap number 2, and I flip it over and I look to see color matching segments here. And but I also need to find a big segment, because since this is a 54 ring gauge, that's considered a pretty fat cigar, even in modern times. So let's see, kind of contrasty light here. I'm going to try to do my best, try not to screw this up. Okay, just because I can't see it that well, because I have to have my glasses on so I can read the comments, but I can't actually see what's right in front of me, so this is actually blind. Because I'm one of those people that can't see stuff. Alrighty. Hi, Robert. Which cigar has the most flavor? I would say a Cohiba Lancero. I will take my glasses off just for a minute. I just want to get my groove going here on the cap a little bit. Okay, glasses back on. Yeah. I'm not totally stoked with my color grading I did on this segment that I chose for this. It looks like it's a little lighter than the main stick, but which is kind of lame, but whatever, you know. Doink. All good. Not too heavy. Yeah, no, I don't put a lot of that stuff in there, Matt. Hey, let's see here. Twist this around, push this little guy down into here. Laxu. Okay, so that's the second cap. So we have the second cap on there now. And now we're going to cut the third cap. And I think I will use this thing called Cap Cutter. Right, Tandava. So this is a cap cut. It's Casquillo, and I like to use the Cuban terminology. Casquillo, cap cutter. I forget what it literally means. Frankie might know. I'm not sure. So I call this a lunette, meaning a little moon. Right here, and that goes right on there, not by it. Can't do it, Albert, because I need to try to maintain my monetization, and I could lose it just that easily. And I have in the past, and it's a bummer. Lungs are awesome. I just had full stress EKG. I've got the lungs of someone 40 years younger than me. It's probably because I don't smoke. I've never smoked anything that you inhale in my life. Okay, so let's see here. How are we progressing? Looks like this came out okay. Casco is a helmet, so a Casquillo, a little helmet. So why would they call a cap cutter a little helmet? All right, let's go ahead and trim this thing to about 5 inches, which is typical Robusto lengthage. Right here. Doink. This is my favorite part. If you've never watched Making a Cigar, this is my favorite part of it right here. And the reason is not just the amazing sound, but that I didn't lose my fingers when I did that, because I always think I'm going to get distracted and something is going to go flying off against the wall with like a spray of horribleness. Oh, okay, Frankie. Hello, Tarex. Yes, you cut off the little helmet. That is correct. So let's see. So here's our first thing that we've rolled in a few weeks, actually. Let's see. And I'm going to roll 10 of these. And then they're going to be sampled over a 10-week period. And there's going to be a video series about how they evolve as they dry out and age, what kind of flavor notes change and whatnot. So this is a 5x54 Fat Robusto. Digital removal. So yeah, scraps can be made into black and mild, that's true. So what does it smell like? Spice, leather, tobacco. Yeah, pretty nice. Totally dig it. Actually, if I was somebody who consumed this product, I would love this. I use vegetable glue. So let's roll one more of these, and then we'll bring the girlfriend in to start the lessons. Digit removal. Got it. Yeah, digital removal. Tobacco is from Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Mexico, and Brazil in this. So this is a 4-country. Thank you. Guitars, Cigar, Chef. It's not veiny. Basically, it's veiny. I mean, it's smooth as melted, chocolate, butter, whatever. I want to do one more. Just kind of get my own groove going before I try to teach anybody else, because got to make sure I can do the thing. Jacob, check out Cigar Underline Rollers at YouTube if you want to see the answer to that. Hi Pirates Cove Cigars, it's great to see you here. I've been away for a few weeks. I don't use vegetable oil, I use vegetable gum based on wood fiber. Okay, so this wrapper smells so good that I want to actually, I will bury my head in it. Oh, God. Oh, my God, that smells good. Okay, never mind. Where was I? What was I doing? What plan am I on here? Okay. Which side is prettier? Which side has stretch? Boy, they're both kind of pretty. I think I will do the right side again. Patented Mike Fish hybrid. Pointy work for torpedoes and round work for convenience of rolling. So yeah, if you need one of these, Mike Fish is here. Not really a sponsor, just a friend of mine. This is Mexican San Andres cigars, guitars, cigars, Chef. Jake, you know what? That's actually sourced from 5 different places here. Just kind of crazy. I find that right now, you notice how all the pros are doing MSA wrappers. It's because there must be some Boomtown crop in it. I have... everything I have right now is great, and it's all from completely different places. I need one of these, a bunchy wunchy. All right, here's a big old mold. So if you've been here for 10 minutes, you saw us do these guys, so we rotate these. Right, these are the ones, or was it these? It was these guys. Yeah, these. You can tell because of the big old seams. I've never sharpened that knife. These knives are pretty much brand new, but the one that I have been using for 30 years I've never sharpened, so I like it as dull as hell because I hate cutting myself. Daniel, no. Don't. I don't. So let's see, I'm doing a right sider, so I'll do that one. And here we go. Hi, Bossman. Come by my place with a big bag of cash. Zachary, I don't know what a twisted finish is, so I can't say for sure how I would do that. No, I don't. I don't sell these. Um, well, I did partake in cigars for 40 years. I don't sell them anywhere. There is different kinds of tobacco. There's hundreds of kinds. Uh, well, I'm not rolling Lanceros guitars, so I wouldn't. Um, I could obviously I can do a pigtail style on any, but these I'm doing a consistent batch of 10 for somebody. I don't like. I have some 3D printed molds, but I don't like plastic, so kind of. It's only for really weird like specialty shapes where I don't have someone who will make me the wood version of like a weird torpedo or whatever. Thank you, Colin. One weird experience that I've had in my life is that I sort of developed some of my own styles and techniques on how to wrap cigars or roll cigars in general that worked for me more so than what were some of the typical methodologies that are in factories in the world. And initially, occasionally people would do videos about cigar rolling or whatever, and I would see that my techniques were showing up in amateur videos of how to roll stuff. And then what I've noticed in the last couple of years is that a lot of factory videos I see are starting to use techniques that no one used before I decided to use them for myself. And it's really weird seeing factory rolling technique come to look more and more like mine when mine originally was kind of unique to how I rolled. And I was like, are people using my videos to train their young rollers? And it's kind of surreal. So now a lot more factory rollers roll exactly like I roll, but for the first 10 years of the way I rolled in my videos, no one else in factories was rolling exactly like I do. But now most or many do. The world is free. Mm-hmm. Jimmy Johansson, check out Cigar Underline Roller. It's my other channel. It's not water, it's vegetable gum. Ryan, that's right. It's not soul searching because I'm a lot older than the average factory roller and I've been rolling for a lot longer than them. Yeah, right. Okay, so let's take a look at this latest sausage here from the sausage factory. Is that okay? No, I have a slight. Actually, it's not okay. I didn't realize I had a little bit of fold up there, but I'm probably not going to fix that. I'll just smoke that myself because it will smoke fine. So if I did smoke, which I don't, then I would smoke this myself. Yeah, see that how I let that little lip fold up? Still a nice tight seal, smooth. I didn't I was probably looking at the monitor and I didn't notice this. Normally that wouldn't get by me, but I got to admit it. I kind of, I got a little fold there, but it's still going to perform good. So here's our first two very fat, thick THICCC Robustos. Jimmy Johnson, thanks for checking that out. I'm glad you enjoyed that. All right, let's bring up the girlfriend for the first timer experience. Are you ready, baby? Are you scared?
I am scared.
All right, there's only 827 viewers right now, so it doesn't matter if you screw up. They won't. Not going to be a problem. Sarah Tyler, I can't answer that. All right, I'm going to introduce to you my love of my life partner, the incredibly beautiful Michelle. Put your hands out here and say hi. So you've never rolled or attempted to roll before, right? But we've been talking about the possibility.
Right.
It was kind of your idea, wasn't it?
Right.
Okay, so are you terrified?
Yes.
Okay, you should be. So, have you ever watched any of my videos or seen?
Yeah.
So you have some idea like
I see it a lot.
how to cut a wrapper and stuff like that? Okay, so I'm going to get a bunch out of the press. Yeah, so this is kind of a unique experience. A very experienced professional cigar roller is going to teach his girlfriend how to roll. So, baby, these are called bunches.
Yep.
And Michelle often has to be quiet when I'm filming videos for my channel because she's afraid she's going to ruin my videos by saying something, right?
Right.
But what's my most famous and popular video of all time?
I'm talking.
That's one where she talked. She came in and she talked. She said, "Oh, am I talking?" And I said, "Don't worry, I won't use it." And then I used it, and that video got 3.5 million views. So anytime she says, ask me if I am videoing, if I am, I say no. I lie about it. Because I'd like to get another 3.5 million viewer. Okay. So, Michelle, say hi to people.
Hi.
Okay. Okay, Merrick. Okay, so here's some wrapper.
Mm-hmm.
Take some, open them up, and see if you can find one that looks pretty. And be really fast and be perfect. Don't make any mistakes, because it's 43 relative humidity.
This smells good. It's nice.
Greetings, Carlos. You like this one?
Yeah.
This is the size. This is the size you gotta like. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? Okay. So, are you right-handed?
Yes.
Okay. So if you're right-handed, this is the side, this is the wrapper you're going to use.
Okay.
This is the mid-rib down the center, right?
Mm.
So take certified Mike Fish Chivetta, hold it like that, and go ahead and cut on the left side of this rib here until you cut that leaf free. The lurch.
You mean like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, rock it, like watch, because you see how you're tearing it?
Yeah.
So that might not even be usable now. You rock it like that.
Okay.
So Lurch, it was called Cigar Underline Roller at YouTube. Hello, Basa in the Philippines. Pondering.
All the
Thank
way?
you. Yeah, go all the way. You're going to need the whole thing. Wait, you look like you just... Okay. Just be very conscious. Just
I'm trying.
You don't be like all crazy about it. Just okay. Keep going. It's not easy, is it?
No.
I gave Mike Fish a lesson once, and he did it like a pro right from the start. But he had been rolling for 3 years, so when I gave him his lesson. Okay.
I don't think I got the end part.
That's all right. I'll take this. Where is all that leaf? Here it is. Okay. All right, so here's what you do. You take this and you stretch it out and you try, first, here's a little thing that I developed here. You cut that like that. I'll just do that for you. I hate it when the teacher does the stuff, right? What you're going to try to do is cut a smooth line about 1/4 of an inch. So sometimes you'll have to like stretch it out, and then you'll rock that along, and then you go here, and then you'll stretch it out. If you don't stretch it out a little bit, it'll get jagged. And what you're trying to end up with is a smooth cut about 1/4 of an inch from here all the way to here. So go for it. Good luck.
Okay. Like that?
And just give it your best shot. See if you, in each place where you're going to cut, give it a little stretch. You were kind of bunching up.
I'm scared to cut myself.
Hey, Gaigon 8, how you doing? Picky Patron, I don't understand. Okay. Did you get all the way? Great, beautiful.
I don't know if I did.
You did. So, go ahead and clean up that little sliver right there. Kangaroo League, this is Cigar. Okay, now you have to fix that. You went too deep. So you see how you have a bump?
Mm-hmm.
So you need to smooth that out. It has to be a smooth, arc. Thank you, Adam. He says you're doing awesome. All right, so now, 2 inches is about from here to here. So you need to cut from here, and you want to go, trying to keep this 2 inches to right about here, and then cut across there. So you're going to try to end up with a 2-inch. Wrapper should be between 1.5 and 2 inches wide, depending on how thick the cigar is.
I'm sorry, what now? What are we doing?
You're going to do a line. You know what I mean by 2 inches from here to here? It's like that. You're going to cut the bottom part off.
Okay.
So see, this is 4 inches or 3 inches, 2.5. You want to cut like this. So this is 2 inches wide here.
Like here?
Do you have any idea what 2 inches is?
I guess.
Okay.
Like that?
Yeah, you need to go all the way, try to go all the way to here. Good. All right. A little skinny on 2 inches, but that's fine. So now you're going to take this guy. So this is called tucking, right? You don't need any glue here, because what you do is you put this here and you fold this over all the way, and then you put it down inside so that, see how that gets overlapped by that. That's called tucking it. Okay. That's why you don't need glue at that end, because you're locking it in with what's called the tuck. All right, go crazy. See if you can get that tucked. Hey, Picky Patron.
Like that?
Is it tucked?
Is that tucked?
Well, see, look, you have all kinds of random cigar sticking out over here, right? You want to put this here.
Okay.
Look what we get if I do it. I go here, and then I roll it back, and now this is completely wrapped up in there, and this part overlaps with this, which is the tuck.
Okay.
Hi, Cyrillic.
Oops.
Kangaroo, so what are the same? See how you have this finger over here? Like how you're doing there? Instead of that, put your hand on this. So this hand locks the leaf to the bunch. Give it a very light stretch with this left hand, but this hand stays on there. You're putting that hand over there, but it actually needs to be holding that stuff in place. Okay, good.
This is hard.
It is hard. Now I'm going to show you what you do from here on out. You stretch with this hand both a little bit wide, right, and a little bit long, because you don't want this bunching up. So you're laying it flat and you're stretching it both directions, and then this you're pushing that into it as you roll along. Hey, Baseball, thanks for that. Charles Painter, whatever, bro. Good,
No.
you're doing good. Keep
Now
doing
what?
it. So
Keep
now,
going?
yeah, so just keep stretching that. You're going to go about to there, right? So this is all, and then stop. Good, good. Now see this little bit here, you're going to bump into that and it might not be pretty, so go ahead and cut that little part so it's more smooth. Good. Now go a little, actually, so we're getting like about 1.5 inches to the head here. So this is where you take a little glue, just a little, like don't submerge your finger, but you know, moisten it on there and run some glue along this edge. Go ahead, yep. More. Good. You can be a little more aggressive than that because it's dry. Good. And then also, see, here's the head of it. Run glue from here out to that edge. So this head, because right along there you want glue.
Is that enough?
And more. Yeah, you're being too chintzy with that.
Sorry.
Hi, Jeff. Okay, cool. So I'm going to do the thing where I put the actual glue there because you're being too timid.
I thought you said don't put too much.
No, I said don't be chintzy.
Oh.
Okay, here you go. Go for it.
Now what?
Now, keep rolling some more. Like this is the action. Here, and push it. You're pushing into the board because you want it to be really smooth. Great. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to push all the way, and you put your thumb here to fold this back. And when you get there, you just push all the way through to the end of the board, and then you're going to try to twist up the end. The glue.
Like this?
Yeah, perfect. Keep going. Just push all the way through. Push all the way through. Keep going. Keep going. Good. Now grab that little part and twist it, and pick the cigar up off the board, and twist that down nice and tight. And also, while you're not only do you twist, you kind of pull this way, so you're tightening that,
Okay.
but don't tear it.
Okay.
Good. Now let me see how you've done on that. Okay, you've done good. So now take this and give this a little push in, like that, boing doing, and then cut about right here. That'll set the glue for a minute.
Okay, right here?
Yeah, sure.
With this shiv at it?
Yep. Great. So now we're just going to leave this for this glue to set for a second. You put that over there. So now we're going to cut what's called the flag, which is the second cap. All right. So this is kind of a. Do you know what a teardrop shape is? You know, like it's pointy and circular.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to try to cut. You're going to take the knife, and you're going to kind of go doink like that, and to here, and then here do. So this is the fat end of the teardrop, and over here is the skinny end of the teardrop.
Oh wait, I'm not sure. Now what? This way?
So go like this. Go circular here, right? So this is you're cutting. You're doing like a circle there, and then to a point, and then the top you come down and you meet that point. It's a little short. See, look.
Sorry.
See how you ended there? You needed to go all the way to here.
Oh,
So go ahead and do it again on this one. So
I'm confused.
round here, and then look, see this? The top part is going to come all the way to this edge. That's good. Now just go from here, and you skirt along the inside of this vein all the way to that point. So you get as long as you can. Great. So now, see how you did? Now just go from here to there.
Like that?
Yeah, that's perfect. You did good. You did awesome. So this is called no. Go cut from there to here. It looks like you didn't get a good cut through the.
Cut where? Here?
Yeah, on this side of see this vein from here. Just go along that inside of that vein. Now cut off that part that you. Oh shit. Let's get another piece. I screwed you up there. Sorry. Well, I will fix what I just broke for you. That's because of the humidity. That was definitely 100% my fault. Let's see. I'm just going to redo what you were already doing, exactly as you did it. like that. Before I wrecked it. Great. So this is going to, whoopsie pie, is going to wrap around this like that.
Oh.
Da-da-da. So clean up that point there, like cut that little bit off there. Marcus, I didn't get mad at her. He called me a dumbass for fucking it up and then getting mad at you. But that's BS because I was totally not mad at you because I totally acknowledged that it was me. All right, so take some glue here and then, whoops, let me, you see that little bit there? How it's a little jagged edge? You probably can't see that, right, with your eyes? Because I can barely see it. Put some glue here, like this part. More glue.
Oopsie.
Yeah, it's more, just be very chill about it, you know, like just take it and slow down and put glue along that edge. Good. Now take this, twist it like that, and then take scissors. You're gonna twist it like this, and you're gonna put the scissors here, really close to the edge, but just above. Twist and then push in and then cut. Yes, box finder, that's exactly right.
Oh, I don't know if I did it right.
Oh, so there's still plenty there.
So cut that off?
Yeah, sure, cut that off. Okay, good. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to lay this about 1/4 of an inch or less into that, like that. Put that down there. No. So, from the bottom edge of this, about 1/4 of an inch from the top of this, like that. See that?
Okay.
Okay, do that.
Like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the board a little more on the screen. So yeah, I'm gonna do this for you. There. You see how this is 1/4 of an inch from the top?
Okay.
Okay. Now take this and put that up like that. Good. Now take more glue and run it all the way along that edge.
This edge?
Yeah, that edge. And you missed a spot. And more through the middle. Good. Now, let's see. Take this and as well as you can, go around like that, and then when you get to a certain point, I'll tell you go up a little bit. But you want to bring that around that edge so that it overlaps over that side. The glue is drying out a little bit because of the low humidity. Okay, go for it. We're making very thick Robustos right now.
What am I doing?
What are you doing? You're just...
Is that right?
No.
No.
Not even remotely right. Let's see.
Sorry.
So this is the part where, like, you see the, you know, when you're watching rolling lessons on videos, this is where, like, the lesson teacher grabs the thing, goes, all right, now you just do this, and you're like, oh, gee, great, okay, thanks. So look, see, you're trying to just go around, whoopsie pie, let's put some more glue on here. You're trying to go around so that this line is just level, right? So you're going around like that, right? You see what you're trying to achieve? You're trying to go around just level like that, all the way around. You don't have to have your finger so far. You can have a finger up here helping you. You're like down here, but you can be up here holding that in place. Let me give you a little more glue here. Okay, go for it. So just try to wrap that thing around and have it look good.
It's falling off.
Okay, so
I'm not doing very good.
Okay, if it's falling off, then just go back. So get a little more like close into it. You're doing it from like 6 inches away, and you know, you're like kind of look. See how I'm like right in there doing the thing?
Mm-hmm.
I put the finger there. I carefully roll that around like that. Yeah, that's it. That's the idea. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Now, when you get to the end, you go up a little bit. You know what I mean? So just sort of, let me put more glue on here. here like this, and let me just kind of cut this a little bit for you, like so. So go ahead and wrap that all the way around, and then then twist that puppy when you're done. So at some point it's going to go up right over the top. Great. So now that you've done that, what you do is put a little glue on your fingers, and then take this and lightly give that a little twist. You know what I'm saying? Like twist this lightly, because if you do it too strong, it'll pull this stuff up, and you'll lose your work.
Like that?
Yeah, sure, that's fine. So once you get that there, take the scissors, go here, and then like push down into it, give it a twist, and then cut it. I know you can't see where the darn says it's hard. Good. Now, so you've done 2 caps, and you've done great. So now, let's find a piece of decent leaf. Hang on. Great. Okay, so this is a cap cutter, and we're going to take a little extra, leaf here. And what you do is you take this and you stretch it out a little bit, and you take some glue and you put it there like the size of a quarter.
Wherever?
Basically here is good. Yeah, William, that's what we're doing.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get more. You're totally stingy with the glue.
Okay.
Go crazy with it.
Okay.
So I'll show you what I mean by going crazy. There. So now you can't go wrong. So now you stretch it out, and you put this, and you push it in, and you twist this back and forth, and you cut like a circle. Okay, good. Now, take the bottom of the center of this and try to center it against the middle of that circle. Now push down. Are you pushing down?
Mm-hmm.
Now hold it and then pull this up from over here so that it tears away the main leaf. Awesome. Now flip it over. Now push down the edges with your fingers.
Oh, it came off. Shoot.
Well, if it comes off, it's just leaf. It's not like there's not like rules, or it's not in control of your life. You just take it and fix it. There you go. Put it down around there, and then you can also kind of run your fingers down to just try to like seal that little helmet on there as smoothly as possible. Now let's take a look at how you've done. Great. So it looks great. So sometimes what I do is I just add like a little like that, put that in there. So you're doing awesome so far. So now all we have to do is trim it, cut it. So what you do is you take this, you push this here. Now we've been to the hospital with you spraying blood everywhere, right?
I don't want to do that again.
Right. So you put this here, and you put like the thing here, and like this, you hold that down with your left hand, and you push that down real solidly like that.
Here?
Yep. Go. Boom. Awesome. Now,
It didn't come off.
Didn't come off. That's weird. Okay, that's weird. So like, first time ever. I've never seen this. Okay. I gave you a little help there. Kind of cheating. Now you take this and you tap that down like that. And then you take it and you run this. You're laying down the seams. So do that.
You're laying down the seams?
Yep. Yeah. You don't have to have it on the ground to do that. You can like in your, like this. Boink.
I didn't see that, but like that.
Good. Tap it again. Good. Now eyeball it. See what you think.
Looks pretty good.
It looks pretty damn good, right? It looks better.
It was hard.
No, but I mean, you go to the lounge with me a lot, right?
Yeah.
When I don't smoke in a lounge, and it looks a lot not as pretty as this. So, high five. Kiss. So here's my girlfriend's first ever cigar. I think she kind of kicked ass. I've had a lot of students. I've had hundreds of students that were not as talented as my girlfriend. So they were very talented, but I think she did a great job. Thank you, baby. You want to go back to your wine and television? I'm going to finish rolling all these?
Yeah.
And let's do it again sometime.
Okay.
All right.
Next time I'll sit down.
Okay, good. I'm sure. I know it's painful.
My knee.
Sorry. Yeah. So I think she kicked pretty much ass. I I've seen tons of lessons and I've done tons of lessons, and there's a real tendency of teachers, like in classes and stuff, and they keep grabbing the leaf and the tools away from the student and doing it themselves because they just don't think they're capable of it. And I tried to not do that as much as possible, and I think she there's a couple moments where she was kind of flying off the rails, and I just undid it, but I told her what needed to be done, and I think she did an awesome killer job of that. So I'm pretty proud, pretty stoked. Excuse me. Yeah, for the first time it was amazing. So I have a lot more cigars I got to roll tonight. So excuse me, I choked on my water. 54 ring, yep, 54 by 5. So I'm just gonna go ahead and continue to roll. So there's not gonna be like a lot of new amazing content. But, be nice if you feel like kind of chilling with me and chatting and talking and stuff. I would be super stoked about that. But basically, it's just going to be a guy rolling fat Robustos for the next hour or so, or something like that. I'm not a fast roller because I like to just kind of not behave like I'm working in a factory, but just like a guy who is enjoying the amazing aroma in this room. No, I don't sell any cigars, but thank you so much for asking, and thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that. David, the only way you know is by rolling a bunch of test blends and finding it, having somebody test it for you to see if they like it. All right, Deke, thank you very much. Okay, let's see, what do we got here? This is one of the ones we bunched. I think I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to do a left-handed, right-handed. I never thought it really mattered which side you roll from, but I was trying to copy the way they did it in Florida for a while. Hey Dustin, that's my other channel, Cigar underline roller.com. No, not .com. YouTube, on YouTube. Sorry. Stack Cuts. Check out Cigar roller on YouTube. That's me. That will answer your question. I get the leaves by there are retailers that you can easily Google. There's plenty of places in the States. Yeah, so this is right-handed. I'll do left-handed later because I only have so much wrapper leaf. Yeah, there's plenty of places. So yeah, this is a pretty nice blend. I'm pretty stoked about it. From what I've been told by people that enjoy this kind of thing. That's a great question. How am I Cigar Co. and don't sell them? It's because when I became a Cigar Co. 15 years ago, my intention was to sell them, and I didn't understand how much that would involve me with the government and the IRS. Which is not my jam, and so I said, "Heck with that. I'll just be a little YouTuber instead of a crap. Let's see. Hopefully, my leaf's big enough to recover from that tear. If not, no leaf, and then these will become scraps. Uh, Eluded Gaming. Are you anywhere near Santa Barbara, California? If so, drop me a DM on my Instagram. That's right. FDA, ATF, all that fun stuff. Uh, Revi, I'm glad you think so. I'm glad you're here with us. Even though I don't know you personally super well, I appreciate you making a comment. All right, Eluded. Hi, Dasso96. How are you? Joseph, I have not. The glue is vegetable gum made from wood fiber. MKK, no, it is not, but you can check out Cigar Underline Roller on YouTube to see me doing that kind of work. Okay, this round blade, I like them double round, but when I'm doing precision work, I like hybrid, pointy. And you can contact Mike Fish, who is on this stream now, and will give you his contact information if you would like a knife like this. You get one with a killer handle, or you can get an old school Cuban handleless. He can hook you up with both. This is my basic, this is like the Bliss knife. I designed this edge for my style. He can hook you up with that, or with something fancy. Linwood, what's up? Yeah, wood resin, something like that. Yo, Jeff, how are you doing? If it's not za, it's called tobacco. Michael, I don't like ulus because handles put you too far from the blade, and I like it to be coming as close as possible. P&W, that's amazing. You definitely need to upgrade your Chevetta game from what I've seen on your feed. I love your current one, but a Mike Fish one will take you to the next level. Both functionally and aesthetically. No diss on your current blade. The room does smell amazing. Yeah, I like it when I can catch part of a stream too, actually. Okay, where are the scissors? Here they are. Cody, so a cigar is made out of a bunch of leaves that are just wrapped up, and there's not like a filler that's just all, I mean, there is a filler, but we made the filler in the shape of a cylinder, which went in a mold. We've been doing that in earlier parts of this feed and of the stream. Whoopsie pie. And then you press it in a big old press, screw press, to make it smooth and cylindrical. And then you put on this final thing called the wrapper, which gives you most of the flavor, seals in the smoke so that it draws well and looks good. These burn smoother than any in the world. These are the smoothest burning that there is. There's no wood or clay, but except the wood fiber. True, John. That is a craft. But the problem is a lot of the stuff that you do those break opens for, you're talking about, is using stuff that's not real pure tobacco leaf. It's emulsified substance. So one of the things about premium cigar is that it's about 100% just a leaf, and you just take these things and you make cigars out of them without any weird production. There's no machinery, there's no additives, there's no weird stuff. You're just taking a bunch of leaves, and you go from a bunch of leaves, like earlier, we made the inside with a bunch of leaves like this. That's what's inside this. And you end up with pretty, beautiful, spicy, sweet, thick cigars like this in the end, which we'll be reporting on in the members section. My Instagram is BlissCigarCo. Jeff, thanks so much. Appreciate that. I'm stoked to hear that. I'm really glad you enjoy it. Yep, straight tobacco. You can, Aiden, you just have to be able to grow really large wrapper leaves, which means certain techniques to be able to make that kind of leaf bigger. The time on the glue is maybe overnight or a few hours to get it to settle. I never had that kind of cigar. God, I love that. Okay. James, I feel you. Road King, it's estimated that between 200 and 5 people touch the leaf. It takes me about 10 minutes to make a cigar, 5 minutes to make the bunch, and 5 minutes to do the wrap. I wonder, I've been asked about the nicotine absorption for a long time. Long time. I've never noticed anything, but I think that I am absorbing something because every now and then I kind of feel a bit of a Jones, and rather than light anything up, I just go and I roll, and then I feel better. I'm cutting the leaves on a board from the 1880s. Oopsie. I don't know how much they would sell for, but probably around $20 to $30. Yeah, it's not vodka. Maybe something other than, but it's not. Tonight we're going to have the leaves in the mold for probably an hour and a half, but in general I like to leave them in overnight. I do use cigar rolling to de-stress and unwind. Carlos, my experience is that it's the wrapper. They certainly work together, but the majority, it's the thing that is burning that's closest to your nose and it's in your mouth. You know, that's vegetable gum. I would sell mine. Excuse me. Depending on it, I would sell mine for 30 to 40. Cubans probably are still the best. John, don't care at all about them. Doesn't have any effect on my life. First Amendment, America. You don't inhale cigars. All right, these are coming along pretty nice. I feel pretty solid about how we're doing here. So let's go ahead and do some more of these bad boys here. So this is wrapper leaf. This comes from Mexico, San Andres Valley. I forget the state of Mexico. Somebody here, I always ask that, and people usually know. Dominicans can be pretty good. That's true. I actually have these from 5 different farms in this batch. Sorry, Jay. I know. The wrapper is made of a big leaf. See, it grows on a bush in a farm. Looks like this. I hesitate to say the T word, just because YouTube. Veracruz, that's it. Is that it? Is it Veracruz? Okay. Veracruz sounds pretty legit. Ooh, let's see. I think I will go. I'm going to do the rare left-sided wrap. My patented Mike Fish hybrid heartwood handled Chivetta. I have about 10 Chivettas of all different shapes and sizes. They're kind of fun. Mine are strong, Paul. Thank you, Dark. Veracruz, okay, so now I know. Hello, Brendan in Australia. It is nice looking wrapper leaf. I started prepping this yesterday morning. As you see, the humidity is not good, so I have to work a little faster than I would like to because I can feel this actually drying under my hands. And that's a bummer when it dries and tears and stretches and all that stuff. Are there guides for how you to cut your wrapper? Yeah, just 2 inches wide. That's your guide. Boing. See that? There it is. 2 inches wide. Whereas I tell my girlfriend 4 inches wide. Let's see. It costs me a few bucks to make these, probably. Depends on which tobacco I'm using. Probably at most $4. You can totally get the wrapper too wet before rolling, because then it could start fermenting and smell bad and get all ammonia and can tear. There's no snow where I am here in Santa Barbara, California. For me personally, Robusto is not, if I smoked, which I don't, of course. I don't condone it or endorse it, but no, it would be a Panatella. But when I have friends that want me to roll for them for events and stuff, or if I'm rolling at an event, wedding, corporate, golf tourney, lessons, a lot of people, my fingers aren't stained because there's no dye. I'm not using any fake colors in here like most commercial dark cigars do. You can save a dry or stale cigar, actually. Yeah, I don't smoke these myself, but I have associates that have been known to enjoy them in certain circumstances. Say. Hi Eddie, what I'm doing is rolling cigars. Background. Well, I'm from Hawaii and California and a lot of time in Central America. Donut, I understand. I hear that kind of sentiment a lot. Yeah, I understand. A hobby like this, you can get a nice contact without any kind of combustibles, which is kind of nice. Son of a biscuit. Oh, there it is.
What was that?
That was just my Casquillo falling down. I've never actually used honey because I didn't want like a sweet taste. They talk about sometimes some companies have what they call sweet lips, where they use honey and water, or they put honey in the vegetable gum. But I personally don't prefer it. Thank you, business. Thank you, business. These are not cigarettes. I don't smoke. I don't condone smoking because tobacco is bad for you. Carlos, not really. I'm not good enough at it, so I'm embarrassed about it. So I prefer not to try. Many of the people in my family are Hispanic, native Spanish speakers, and I'm not. So it's embarrassing. So I don't do it. When I'm with my family, I do, but I don't do it like in public. I'm standing right now. Yeah, I'm standing. Mm-hmm. Well, because I believe in freedom and in adults making their own decisions about their life, and I hate people that are judgmental and try to control other people's lives rather than just kind of minding their own business. Really dislike that kind of behavior. So I represent that in my own, own way. And I really like doing this, so I would rather not just, throw these in the garbage when there are people that really would enjoying them. But yeah, America, that's it. Or all the other countries like France that are based on freedom. This is a kind of wood from 1880s. I'm not sure what it is. I've tried to figure it out and never really got it, First cigar was in the early 1970s. I don't grow the plants. I buy them. I buy the processed, the fermented and cured leaf, Kaufman, it's just incredibly relaxing. It's meditative. It's a great craft. It's a chance to work for years on learning to excel something that seems super simple but has really all kinds of fine details. Like knowing how much leaf to hold in your hand to create any given size cigar, for example, takes a lot of practice. There's all kinds of weird shapes and cutting techniques, and I do roll all the shapes, Braxton. And so it's not expensive to buy the leaf, but so it's a way you can get into something where you can just work on excelling at something for little money and whatnot. Your oldest cigars are from 1883. Brendan, are you in like Ybor City working at Newman? Because I think that's the only place that has cigars that go back that far. I suspect these are edible since they're basically a salad. Thank you, never. It seems like it is hard maple or mahogany, and I used to make molds out of mahogany, and I have a feeling this is maple. There's nothing. These boards, when I was getting these kind of boards, they were easy to get for really cheap, like 20 years ago. But I think they're getting a little bit more scarce to find a high quality one. It's not water, it's vegetable gum. The shapes are fun, but the funny thing is that a lot of the funkier shapes, like Hemingways and stuff, are the least fun to smoke. Least fun. They're very difficult to roll until you practice a lot. And when you get it, you're like, I just did all this work, and I don't really like smoking this shape, so on to the next thing. Mike, yes, you're the consummate salad consumer. You can roll on anything. I mean, you could roll on whatever you want. It's my favorite food. Michelle, what is my favorite food?
Salad?
Salad?
Burger? Hot dog?
No. He's asking literally. I mean, is it pizza? Is it sushi? Is it poke?
Hot dog? I don't know.
No, it's not hot dog.
I don't know.
It's the usual comfort foods, right?
Yeah.
Pizza, sushi, poke. Yeah. I won't be rolling any torpedoes tonight, Andy, but I could roll torpedoes possibly next week if I have a scenario where an event requires me to arrive with a bunch of rolled torpedoes. You know what I'm saying? Seafood, yeah. Least favorite shape? That's my least favorite shape, Culebra. T-bone steak's pretty good. These are my least favorite shapes. I'll go get a jar that has some of my favorite shapes from this week's rolling session. Okay, let's see. So these are probably my least favorite shapes. That's kind of, let's see, what do we got? These are cool. I like what's called a petite, or like a bellicoso, like a short bellicoso. This is sort of box pressed, pointy on one end, kind of rectangular shaped. I like that. In general, I would say versions of Perfectos and Bellicosos are probably, things like this are probably my favorite shape. Things that require very specific cutting techniques to seal the end in an invisible way or to fit interesting kind of barrels. I would say Perfectos usually are not, they don't smoke as well for some reason as just a nice Bellicoso, which is a short torpedo. So I think these kind of things are generally my favorites, I guess. I also like things that are what are called number two, which is based on a Cuban cigar, like a Monty number two. So it's something like a 6 1/4, maybe by 50 or 52, and has a beautifully sealed end. So number two is maybe my favorite. Can't purchase my cigars, but thank you so much for asking. Hi, Alaskan. How are you doing? I've rolled plenty of flour in my life. You can check out my other channel, cigar_rollers.com. Yes, you do definitely smoke the twisted one with your butt. That's correct. So, yeah, you know, stuff like this is probably my favorite. Like just basically pointy at one end and smells great. Yeah, these are, when I'm really trying to dial it in and just kind of feel in a peaceful aesthetic. I just got that word from Steel and Sulfur vibe. Then I go for various kinds of torpedoes, but probably the number two, 6 1/8 by 50 or 52 is my favorite. So yeah, kind of answered that too long. Sorry about that. Put those back in the jar door. Jar door. That's a jar door. It's got distilled water and glass in the bottom. So I'm gonna go put a little more water in here. I'll literally be 30 seconds. I hope some of you will still be here. That would be awesome. Michelle, you want to do bunching next time?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, there's the water bucket. All right, looks like still a couple of people here, so that's cool. And by the way, I have another cool Mike Fish product. Again, he's not a sponsor, but he made this thing. I use this to dry when I'm rolling cigars. I use it to dry, but you like put paper in here, and then you lay your cigars in there, and then you fold the paper and you tape it or put a ribbon around it, and it gives you a perfect triangle. And so yeah, this looks like this, and this comes apart like that, so you can conveniently do the thing. So the twisted ones, I saw what you said, you're confused on them. Story behind it, just look up Culebra. It has to do with cigar rollers being told they could only have one cigar per day in the factory, so they designed these so they could have a little bit more to enjoy. I had to do some, what do you call these? Barber poles for a gig. All right, so right now I just have these, I'm using this as a drying rack. whatever. You can't acquire them unless you know me personally or you're at an event that I am rolling at. I have designed tons of bands, Braxton, hundreds. I've been designing bands for a very long time. Come from a graphical background. So yeah, I've made tons of bands. Bebop, possibly so. You're welcome, Mike. All right. Again, I'm going to bury my face in this. Man, it smells good. Jeez. God. Spicy. I like the spice. Sweet and impersonal. Blake Hall, how you doing? I like your name. My name is Blake also. You're the second Blake on here tonight. It's pretty cool. Sal, check my other channel. Cigar underline roller. Is this usable? No. Thank you, Bebop. Who makes what, Grady? Do you mean the, yeah, sorry, I missed the first part of that. Fronto leaf is just a marketing term for a wrapper leaf. Wow, that's crazy. So many Blakes. That's 4 Blakes tonight. When I was born many decades ago, that was not a real super common name for a dude. I get my tobacco from all kinds of places. Michelle, 4 different Blakes.
I heard.
I feel so less unique. I feel so less special. Hello in Atlanta. I'm so stoked to hear that. Are you getting that bomb cyclone? AJ, I can teach you. You can either study my videos or you can come to Santa Barbara and get a lesson. All right, this wrapper leaf seems too small for this extra fat. It is 44 humidity. Yes, there it is. I'm going to see if I can get this big fat 54 gauge Robusto wrapped into this tiny baby little wrapper. Blake Blakesley. What do you mean, poor guy? That's the luckiest guy ever. It's not H2O, it's methyl cellulose, ethyl cellulose, something. I just call it wood fiber glue. So I feel like this is not going to work, but if this wrapper will not go around this big fat thick cigar, then I'll just chop this wrapper up and I'll use it in some kind of other roll. I'm from Santa Barbara, California. Hi, Howard. The twisted ones are called culebras, and I have videos on my channel where I do that. I've also done it on live stream. The videos may even be just, I don't know, live stream recordings. I think I've done maybe 3 twisted ones videos. No, a straight blade would not be at all usable at all because you need to rock, because you're cutting a curve. A straight blade pushing straight down would give you a straight line. So yeah, that would be a bummer. Hi Ishu Gaming, how are you doing? Let's see, we need some glue. Yes, throw fed, there's a profound difference for reasons with the fact that when the leaves on the bottom grow, they're coming from an immature root structure when the plant is young, and so they're not making what are called alkaloids, which are the chemicals that people enjoy. And by the time you get to the top of the plant, the root structure is the most developed. Yes, Pedro, I am from Santa Barbara, and I am actually in Santa Barbara right now. Are you also in Santa Barbara? The leaf is aged for about 6 or 7 years. That's true, D. Barry. All right, so let's see if we have enough for a flag and a cap off the top of this little baby wrapper. 540 VA. Where do you get your tobacco leaves from? I get them from online, or some retailers you can find online, and from personal connections to Mexico and Central America. My elders for sure did, yes. All right, this is getting to be extremely difficult with this tiny baby little thing here. But nah, that's not gonna work. Screw that. Let's see. When did I start rolling? 1968. Bebop, I should keep the room temperature and whatnot right, but I can't, so I don't have. Coolest private rolling event you've done? Probably like Snoop Dogg and Ventura at the Polo Grounds. That blade is called a Chivetta, and that's made by Mike Fish, who's a gentleman who's in the stream tonight, showing the green name Mike Fish, and he's the acknowledged blade maker in the rolling racket. The glue is not made out of sugar; it's made out of wood fiber. I am a white beanie guy. I'm 63. Xia, I've been doing that already for a long time. You can check my other channel, Cigar Underline Roller, on YouTube. But I won't do it on this channel because I'm trying to. It sucks when you get demonetized and you're the breadwinner for your mother. You have to try to not do anything that can get you in trouble like that. Yeah, it's nice and warm out here. It's like, it was 80 F today in California. The ones I can't use, I chop them up and I use them in other stuff. I don't sell anything, so there's no price. Thank you. The guy who said the cut end fell in the glue. I'm responding to what you said and removing it. Good call. I can get a little distracted. That's a good question on the tariffs. Wow, Mike, I think we only hit 80 here today. I think they are. I think the tariffs are affecting the price a little bit. I actually started rolling at 8, Martin. 8 or 7, I forget which. Pirates Cove cigars, I can't believe it. Yeah, Mike totally sells to other rollers in case he doesn't see that. The way they work is they have a different pH than cigarettes, and so you don't have to inhale to get the same amount of experience from it. It's not the same kind of tobacco as cigs. I probably began testing my rolls in earnest, probably not till like 1970 or so. Hi, Troy. That's great. Not father or grandfather. Other rollers in the town. Showboy, just look under cigar underline dot roller. I've learned in various factory scenarios. Just yeah, a lot of different gurus and tutors and whatnot. Let's see here. What the hell is this? Oh, it's just loose leaf. This one turned out pretty good. I felt like I was kind of losing my groove on this one for some reason. I think I was starting to struggle with the low humidity, which any roller knows. When you're rolling in a humidity under like 60, like this guy here, it's a struggle. Well, these are much more natural, I think, than regular cigarettes, because regular cigarettes usually have a lot of filler and chemicals to make them burn good and to... favorite cigar to buy, if I did buy, would be a Cohiba Robusto, probably. IC UK, you're welcome. Thank you so much. Karen does what? I missed that part. I don't smoke any cigars, Jaw. I can only roll for entertainment purposes. Is my light getting kind of low? I'm going to try to... feel like it's getting kind of dark in here. Oh my god, frozen glue, that's insane. No, I don't grow the plants. Yeah, watch that later. I think you'll enjoy. If that kind of thing is your jam. So this is the one I felt like I was kind of sucking at because of the humidity, but I don't grow anything. I just I buy the leaf. This is fine. PNW, no, I don't, because I'm super controlled and I don't even begin unless everything is right. So it has to be right. I mean, it should never be a struggle, always a flow. So if I think I can pull it off, but then I find out that the filler is going to just turn to dust, then I'll moisten up the filler, or I'll wait another day. But I never push it. It's always just a kind of a chill flow. Toxic, just rolling cigars. How to roll a cigar, Ash. Just study my videos, get some leaf, and go for it. Oh man, is it too bright now? Maybe it's a little too bright. Let me... Thank you, Seven. I think they are. Kalak, honestly, I don't throw them away. They're rolled for events and friends and tournaments and you know, stuff. It's good? Okay, cool. The lighting's okay? All right. Sweet. Let's see. This, I don't know how this wrapper manages to be so moist when it's dry as heck in the room, in the rolling factory here. My girlfriend's watching Saturday Night Live, which I will have to watch on rerun, I suppose.
I'll have to rewatch it with sound.
You what?
I'll have to rewatch it with sound.
Okay, well you can rewatch it with me then. I could put a humidifier in the room actually, and I know exactly which one to put because I was recommended a humidifier, and I passed that information on to Mike Fish, and he said it was a really good one. So I would totally get the same humidifier, but you know what I mean. Sometimes you don't get around to a thing, or you persist with your given challenge because it gives you some feeling of accomplishment when you succeed. Cold time rolling cigars. I see the trolley type stuff too, by the way. 3 people that are saying that stuff, but I don't care. Let's see. Let's do that one. Put those guys back in the press. I think of graba as being like oven baked and then used sort of as filler, like for spliffs and stuff. Hitman, I have no opinions. I don't smoke. Hello, Brian. 40 years. But I've only been streaming for 15. These cigars, if you could buy them, they would cost around $30. The function of the press is to squeeze a big wad of this into a sweet looking cylinder like these ones here. Right. Graba is used as filler, but you have to typically, like if you're in Jamaica or whatever, you would bake it. What's in the jar is vegetable gum. JR Michael LH, that episode was on tonight actually on television. I just watched that, the famous Dominican one. I don't smoke because it's not healthy for you. And I'm old, and I have to worry more about my health when I get to a certain age than when I was younger. And I could smoke with impunity. You notice I get the question about the B word a lot, everybody, and the answer is cigar underline roller on YouTube. And I don't personally bake it, but people bake it. I think I don't know why it's baked. That's a great question. Yeah. No, I don't grow my own. No, I don't think they're rolled with spit. I mean, I don't know. Any given factory could do whatever they want, but personally, I don't use spit. Doesn't seem like it would. Hux, sure. Who hasn't? You know what I'm saying? Maybe I did at one time in my life. Pre-owned Pop Tart, right? This is not Connecticut wrapper. This is Mexican. I might have at one point in my life smoked them, but I always intended to quit when I was 59, like Fidel Castro did, and then it just didn't do it. And now I'm a lot older than that. But when you start having health failures, you have to make some difficult calls. Things you never expect are going to happen to you when you get older. Yes, this is leather. Doink. Okay, here we go. What got me into cigars? I guess, I was a natural born smoker as a kid. Before I started learning how to roll cigars when I was 8 or 9, I rolled eucalyptus leaves that I found growing out in the front of the house. And they were pretty harsh. NGL, super not smooth. So I had to find something that was a little smoother than like dried brown eucalyptus leaves. So you could connect with me through my you could DM me on my Instagram. Instagram is linkable from my channel. The process start to finish is you take some leaves, you spray some water on them to make them soft, and then you bunch them into a shape of a cylinder. You put it in a mold. You put the mold in a press. It comes out smooth, and you wrap a leaf like this called a wrapper around it. Then you cut off the ends so it's tidy. So we've done all those processes in this feed actually. Well, I was just kidding about the cigar. I was being ironical. Sorry about that. The end product is called a cigar. The guy who asked me what is the end product of this, these are called cigars. How many cigars did I roll in my life? 100,000? I've seen that video that you're talking about. Thank you, Hux. Appreciate that. Let's see, how's this? I don't sell it. Love it. Feels good, that sound. I don't like corrupt government. It bums me out. Gives me anxiety. Favorite cigar ever smoked? Tons. Sure. If I did ever smoke, I would have smoked thousands of Cubans, and I would say I like Trinidad, I like Por Laranaga, I like Cohiba, Partagas, of course Romeo y Julieta. I don't make my own press. I get it off of eBay. And molds, I used to make my own molds. I don't. Now I have Catharsis molds on Etsy make those for me. You could totally do that. Prod Byman. It's called Mexican San Andres or San Andres. You can look it up. Let's see. What do we got going here? I'm just going to chill for a second. I don't think I'll ever say 200,000 unless I live to be like 100. Danner tube, I'm an event roller, so I roll at golf tournaments, weddings, birthday parties, secret raves, rappers' yachts. Prosa because of YouTube. You probably could have guessed that, right? I don't grow it, I buy. What's in the glass? This stuff? Spit. All right, so this is a bunch. We made these earlier. If you were in the beginning of the stream, you saw that we made these bunches. Greasy potato, yes, exactly. Nailed it. Nailed it. Yes, you can make a stale cigar fresh by just putting in a humidor. Spiffy Spiffman, check cigar_rollers.com. Grasshopper spit. So this is what some people call Fronto or Graba, or I call wrapper leaf. Smells like intense kitchen spice, like nutmeg, cinnamon, pepper, God, chocolate, cappuccino. Totally natural, nothing artificial in it. It's just a leaf. Yeah, try putting those stale cigars in a humidor for a while and see what happens. All right, so we have a left-hand bunch. So we're going to roll this from my left side. Howdy, Sacred Cigars. How are you tonight? Hi, Xavier. I see what you said. That's right, Batch. It's time to grow up. You can't buy. Just an event roller. Yeah, either a Boveda pack or like a wet paper towel in a plastic Tupperware type situation. Been rolling a long time. Popular question tonight. I think that's interesting. Very long time. Not really a noob at this particular thing. I buy. Yeah, I don't grow. I buy. You can buy a Fronto leaf at most smoke shops. That's true. So Fronto leaves tend to be American tobacco grown in Kentucky, Tennessee, Virginia. And that's a little different from premium cigar leaf, which is typically grown in Central America or certain islands in the Caribbean and stuff. So yeah, stuff that you buy that is called Fronto in shops is distinctly different from the stuff that I'm using here, but is so I do use Fronto that you buy in shops, and I've been told that it makes an excellent cigar. Do I have both legs? Huh. Interesting question. Easy, however you say. Oh, Ezra Deckard. That's excellent. I'm stoked to hear that you're a non-smoker and you still enjoy this. That makes two of us. Hi, Jacob. How are you doing? It is lovely to see you tonight. I hope you're having a nice evening. I hope all of you are having a nice evening. Or a nice morning. An event roller is somebody who sets up at a table at a golf tournament, a corporate event, or a wedding, and they roll cigars to show how it's done. Big four, big ass, neither. Hi, Gcast. Thanks for those flowers for the jewels. I'll figure out what that means someday. That would be cool. Good evening, HS. Hi, Datch. Well, I would sell you a box if I sold anything, but I don't, so. Don't know what a Schedule 1 stream is. Does that mean like heroin and stuff like that? No, it's not. It's more like a Schedule 10. The glass. Popular question. I have a video about it. Yeah, the glass is vegetable gum made from cellulose, which is vegetable fiber. Good luck, Fritz. I hope that works out for you. I hope you get it sorted. Life's really difficult, in my humble opinion. Yeah, no backwoods here. You could inhale it if you wanted to, but it would kind of mess you up because the pH is different and it's very strong compared to like cigs and stuff. Thank you, Lauren. You can smoke them right now, Alex, for sure. Maybe give an hour or two for this glue to set, the glue that I use on the cap. What does it smoke and taste like? It's spicy, woody, chocolatey, coffee notes, leather. You can look up Mexican San Andres notes, and that'll give you a better idea, I think. Mm-hmm. Lightest leaf is for sure Candela, that green stuff. Hi, Marcus. I saw what you said there. Acknowledged. Sure, Vinny. No problem. Yeah, I mean, yeah. James, I'm a novelist. Writing is my passion. Scott, yes. The glue is made out of wood fiber. Yes, this nicotine gets into your system through your mucous membranes. I learned to roll cigars in Central America. Hi, General. That's good to hear. It's definitely about just the relaxing craft. Best cigar I ever had. If I had ever smoked a cigar, it would probably have been a maybe a Boulevard Churchill because of the situation in which I might have smoked it. This is a guy who does not like leather. This guy said all the notes I mentioned, like chocolate, coffee, spice, nutmeg, cinnamon, and leather. He said they were all disgusting, particularly leather. I think like this is a guy who has not enjoyed leather. Let's see. Hi, Oren. Thank you very much. Yes, Cuban cigars are the best. Except maybe I've been told that mine are also pretty good. Griyui, thoughts? I don't have any thoughts that I can convey in short term. We could sit down and talk about it over a cigar and a scotch someday. Hello, WXR. Yes, Cubans are the best. I buy my leaf from my man, Jose, who hooks me up. Porkinator, you know, that's not only true of Cubans, but of many corporate brands that do Nicaraguan and Dominican. Basically, corporate cigars aren't usually very good now. Which is one reason rolling is nice if you happen to be a consumer of the product here. Aaron, well, I hope you retire soon because you're missing out. It's hard to get this hookup unless you know me personally. Yeah, shout out Jose. I will let him know that you said that. Let's see. I prefer writing in historical fiction, literary. I'm about to have a book published within probably this month. Yeah, it was green for sure. Okay, do I have a bunch? Let's see, maybe, so these are the two that we bunched earlier tonight. I wonder if they're ready or they need a pressing. I think we could maybe get away with it. Let's try it and see what happens. Normally I would have rotated these more, these ones that we did at the beginning of the stream here. I'm going to give it my best shot. Hey, 34, clarification, 357, thank you very much, I appreciate that. It's not, uh-oh, camera just died, so that's weird. Oh no, it came on, must, battery low, yep, Alright, the battery's dying, so this is not going to probably get wrapped, so thank you very much for coming here, and sorry about my crappy camera. You can hear me. Battery's definitely dying, and I had a full charge. I guess it only goes for 2 hours, so thanks very much everybody for joining us tonight, and maybe see you next Saturday if you're in the mood or got nothing better to do. So take it easy, and thanks again. Good evening.